Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We currently see Bitcoin coming down a little bit, but we're still holding way above support. So there is currently no confirmation of a top in place yet, even though it's possible, as I mentioned in the last video, but then the top would be here. Yeah. Still though, let's talk about the scenario that we're dealing with here on the chart, and why one more high is still a possibility, and why I'm still watching for overall lower prices here before this larger wave 4 correction, which started in March. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. This wave 4 started in March here, around the 14th of March. We have this A wave down, which bottomed likely around the 17th of April. That's the thesis. A B wave topped here on the 7th of June. And now we are coming down in this C wave to the downside, all within a fourth wave. Yeah, that's currently the idea. We have a lot of choppy price action here. There's no clear uptrend yet. This is all looking just corrective at the moment, even though, of course, something more bullish could be playing out here eventually. Could be something like this, you know, where we get another rally, but it's currently seen as just corrective. This also ended as corrective rally, but for now, you know, I'm still watching for lower because we haven't got a 5 wave move up, and it will probably take a while until we get a proper 5 wave move up from here. So the idea is this is a C wave, you know, that's it. You know, this is a C wave, and a C wave should be a 5 wave move. I can see a wave 1, I can see a wave 2, I can see a wave 3, I can see a wave 4. That's was the expectation, that we get into this resistance area. I think it's been following the forecast nicely. The price did get into the resistance area. I'm going to zoom in a minute and we can take a look at that in more detail. And once we now break below micro support, this would be our initial confirmation that wave 4 has stopped and we're coming down in wave 5. So, oops. So there was a comment from someone in the previous video that it's difficult to follow. Well, I'll make it very clear. There is no top in place until we break below micro support. So this is the support zone between 61,846 and 62,567. I mean, this is what you needed today. This is what was communicated in the previous video today. This is the support zone, which also did hold today, and the price bounced from it. So a break below that support zone is needed to really confirm a top in place. And then as soon as this is breaking, it will increase the likelihood of direct follow through to the downside in wave 5, and it could be the last low. Okay, it could be, but there is more to that. Okay, eventually there won't be a low in place until we get a first upside impulse. But looking at the 30-minute chart, we currently see a bit of downside pressure there. Nothing major. We're still holding above support, but quick reminder why we were actually watching for higher prices. Well, down here we had, obviously we reached basically targets. Then we saw that 5 wave rally into the 26th of June high. We saw a 3 wave pullback. I did have a support zone down here to which the market reacted, and one here to which this wave 2 reacted. I think at the time we also had one lower, but the price didn't even get there. So it just bounced from here and then rallied. So key is we had an initial 5 wave rally, which was a little bit too high, which, well, for direct move down. So it indicated we see a little bit more upside, which was the right assessment at the time, right? So now, as you can see, we were watching for this C wave to the upside. Talked about that in the recent days, also today. And a C wave is a 5 wave move. Okay. It's a C wave of wave 4. Wave 4 is an ABC structure. We already saw the A wave. We already saw the B wave. And now we currently see the C wave. We see the C wave. Okay. And it's a 5 wave move. And we talked about this as a wave 1, this as a wave 2, this as a wave 3 was definitely long enough. And then here, this is where we are now in this wave 4 of C of the larger 4. This is the support area, which is relevant for this wave 4. Yesterday or earlier today, I highlighted to you, look, this here could be the wave 4. We have a support zone, and wow, we bounced quite substantially for a possible intraday trade for anybody who used the support zone for an entry. We saw that rally, but the price could not really break to a new high. Well, I think it made a slightly higher high, a marginally higher high today. But I said to you, look, until I get really a more convincing move up, this could just be a high B wave and the support zone remains relevant. Now, we could be close to a low again, because if this is an ABC structure, A wave down, which looks like a 5-wave move, 3-wave move up, technically this would be invalid, because if it's 5 waves down, this can't, this goes very much into Elliott Wave academic stuff. But if this is 5 waves down, the B wave is not allowed to overshoot. But we'll see. I mean, A wave down, B wave up, and if this is a C wave, and I don't have a clear micro count of that C wave, I mean, that's just not there. But we would, in this C wave, not need to go below the low of the A wave. So it is possible we touch support at 62,567 and bounce from there. I would expect a bit of a bounce from there either way. If that is the start of wave 5, we will have to see. But it should happen before breaking below 61,846. And if we break below that level, then it's likely that we've got a top already. And I don't know, maybe this was a wave 5, but it was extremely shallow or extremely short or whatever. But yeah, I don't have any information, confirmation that we've topped. It's too early for that. Okay, there's no confirmation. Confirmation comes with a break of support. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.